All right, Eagle Nation, breaking news as another key defensive player ruled out tomorrow night against the Packers, but it creates a big opportunity for an Eagles rookie. Also, we get a first look at the stadium the Eagles will be playing in tomorrow night, and Jaylen Herz seemed to set the tone today in his press conference, made some significant comments. All eyes will be on him. Welcome into A to Z Philly. I'm RB. Do me a favor, like the show and subscribe to stay up with all the coverage. We'll have a live stream tomorrow night right after the game, so be sure to tune in. But let's start off with a fun fact, because I didn't know this. Jonathan Jones reports that the Eagles, being the home team in Brazil, will get a hotel that is actually closer to the Sao Paulo Stadium. Packers, on the other hand, will have a game day commute that is estimated to be 1.5 and 2 hours based off of heavy traffic. So they're the ones that have to sit in traffic. Meanwhile, the Eagles probably get to just walk on over. And earlier today, Nick Sirianni commented on Eagles rookie Quinyon Mitchell, saying this, quote, "Control what you can control and get better each day and truly enjoy the journey." Q has a calm, confident demeanor about himself because he knows he's prepared and put the work in, and he knows he's a heck of a talent. Excited about him to get his first opportunity. But then we get a breaking news alert just a little while ago. Isaiah Rodgers ruled out tomorrow against the Green Bay Packers. It is likely that Kelee Ringo will either get the start on the outside or Quinyon Mitchell will get the start. Who do you think it should be? Let me know down below. But now it's going to be Quinyon's turn to shine, man. I know Kelee can do a good job, a little bit more experience, but Quinyon has been waiting for this moment. Like Nick Sirianni said, or maybe he even already knew, Quinyon's got a good head on his shoulders. He is built for this moment. One of the best cornerbacks in the draft, one of the best prospects. He seems like a day one player. I hope he's ready to step up to the occasion. Overall, a tough blow for Isaiah Rodgers, who has been getting a lot of hype since he signed here in Philadelphia, but Kelee and Quinyon have a real shot to show why they are the future. It is Quinyon time. And we got our first look at the Corinthians Arena, home of the Philadelphia Eagles for tomorrow night. First time American football being played on South American soil. But what do you think, Eagle Nation? Do you like the look of this? Some people have said it's dangerous. Obviously, there's air quality issues and some safety things going on, but they have assured that Philadelphia Eagles fans can show up and wear their midnight green, even though the Eagles will be rocking a different uniform out of respect. Jordan Mailata also entered the press conference today of Jake Elliott alongside Saquon Barkley. It's good to see the camaraderie of these guys, see them out there having fun, big smiles on their face. Doesn't seem like they just woke up from a long flight, and it's going to take everybody tomorrow, right? The Eagles need to go out there and dominate, and it's good to see that the chemistry, the vibes already seem to be on a higher level than they were last year. Now, Jaylen Herz said something today that I thought really resonated. He says the number one thing we need to do is play as a team. No man is an island. You must draw strength from the next guy. Everybody has to do their job for the betterment of the team. I'm excited for the new roles and new responsibilities for everybody on this team. You cannot go out there and not believe in what you are doing. And whether that was the coordinator's fault or the quarterback or the coach, whoever it was, the Eagles need to be on the same page, and Jaylen Herz needs to set the tone tomorrow night. When I think about this matchup with the Green Bay Packers, it's going to start with Jaylen Herz. He needs to revert back to 2022 Jaylen Herz, not the end of 2023 season Jaylen Herz. He needs to be in MVP form. And LaShawn McCoy said it best earlier today on his podcast. He says that he would pick Jaylen Herz over Jordan Love because what makes Jalen special is the it factor. Jalen took them to a Super Bowl. As far as the quarterback, I would take today Jaylen Herz because he is a winner. He needs to be a winner tomorrow night. I think a lot of people talk about the Green Bay Packers, and yes, they had a really good ending to their season last year, and Jordan Love at 25 years old showed that he could be a guy, but he's still unproven as well. They talk a lot. They make a lot of commotion about Jalen Hurts. Jordan Love started his first season as a starter at 2-5. Now, they did end up 9-8, and they made the playoffs, and they won a big playoff game and almost beat the Niners, and Jordan Love was one of the best quarterbacks in the second half last season, but he still has a lot to prove. At the end of the day, he has not won anything either. Now there's a lot more pressure being a $55 million per year guy. The Packers went and added Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney, two big-time splashes in free agency, and they have a nice, really young core at the receivers when it comes to Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Jaden Reed. Still very young, still a bit inexperienced. I can't say that any of those weapons really fear me, right? And Jordan Love, again, played very well at the end of last season, but has to come out and show that he can do it again. And on the defensive side up front, I think the Packers have some pretty good weapons when it comes to Preston Smith and Kenny Clark and even Rashawn Gary, but you know, their back end, their secondary, still a few questions. That's why they went out and made that splash in Xavier McKinney. They were 17th in defense last year. They also have a new defensive coordinator coming in as well, and you never know how that's going to start in game number 1. So really a battle of the new coordinators here, and I think when it comes to the Eagles, they need to really be strategic, right? They need to do things tomorrow to make the game easier, make it come to them. They need to get in a rhythm early. We saw way too many times last year where the Philadelphia Eagles could not get out to a good start, and they were not running the ball. They completely went away from DeAndre Swift. You now have a superstar in that backfield in Saquon Barkley. Let him go out there and run all over this Green Bay defense, okay? Do things on first and second down to make third down a whole lot easier, right? Utilize Dallas Goedert. Even utilize Jahan Dotson. Obviously, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are your big playmakers, and they're going to have great games, and so is Jaylen Herz. But use all of your weapons, because at the end of last season, he did not do that. Okay, Jalen Herz has to be better than he was at the end of last season. I still don't think he was awful last year, but he's going to have to be a reason why the Eagles win games this year. He needs to take this team to wins. And on the other side of the football, I will be looking closely at the trenches. The defensive line, I think, is a huge question mark. Obviously, you pay Bryce Huff to come in here, and you pay Josh Sweat, keep him around on a prove-it year. But what about Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis? Can the young guys finally emerge? What will Vic Fangio do to disrupt Jordan Love? How will he bring pressure? Will he be aggressive? Will he establish that physical identity, that smash mouth football on both sides? Will this team be aggressive and physical? That's what they need. They need to go out there and punch the Green Bay Packers. I also think being down Devin White will be a huge, huge question mark. You know, can Zach Bond, can Nakobe Dean step up and be these guys? Now they're trying to say that they were the main guys in camp. I don't know how much I believe that, but the Eagles defense, even if they could get a couple takeaways, would be huge. When I think about this game as a whole, I think it will be a bit rusty to start both of these teams on soil they have not been on before. Maybe a bit of jet lag, bad air quality, or just week 1 jitters. You know, I think coming out, it'll be a little bit of a slow start, but once they pick it up, probably a couple scores back and forth. The time we get to the fourth quarter probably will be a close game, but I think the Eagles can go on a game-winning drive. And I'm actually going to pick them to win this game 28-24. I think Jalen Hurts delivers big time, maybe even with his legs, continuing that success on the ground. Maybe we even see a brotherly shove for the Eagles to go out there and score in the last 5 minutes. And then the defense holds up with a big time sack and wins this game for the Eagles. The Eagles have a prime opportunity to showcase to the world why they are back and why they are ready to go and forget about last season. So we'll see what happens. Give me your thoughts and your final score predictions down below. What do you think the Eagles will do tomorrow night? Will they come out of Brazil with a win? Give me your thoughts. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Also, real quick, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor of today's video. It is the great BetMGM. Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using our code ATOZPA and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you do not win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to parlays, live bets, player props, and daily boosted odds specials. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matter more than ever. So sign up today with the bonus code ATOZPA and get up to $1,000 back in bonus bets if you do not win your first bet. Brought to you by BetMGM, the sportsbook born in Vegas. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly.